cosmic strands in a quiet flow. Numbers hum through ethers, weave the verse ignites what souls believe. Stars cast light on wealth's soft call. Truth beats deep within.
Welcome back to the number one altcoin Memecoins show on all of base, all of Ethereum, all of Pulse. We're degens, we're TA guys. I guess you can kind of say us we're KOLs, but fuck the other KOLs because we're better than them. This is Chris, and I got my boy Bill. Welcome to the next layer, and we're going to be absolutely cooking it today. Bill the Bull, what's up, my man? How you doing today?
You know I'm doing good when I got my glasses on, my shades on, bruv. I got my shades on. I'm chilling. You know, I've been chilling, man. If you've been following me, I've been a Dogecoin maxi for the last week. Dogecoin to XRP maxi. Yesterday's dip was pretty bad, but my boy, I finally made I made a good trade, dog. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to the Doge army. Actually, I don't even know if there's a Doge army, but shout out to the market makers that helped me make quite a little bit of money the other day. Let's go.
Shout out to the market makers, man. Once you know how they move a certain way, that's how you get paid. But man, that's crazy. So you went long and then profited off the long.
Bro, I mean, you can even ask DJ. Basically, I saw signs of like Doge about to pump, and yeah, man, I got in around 19.4 cents. That's why you guys are looking for leverage. There's a link that we'll put in the description. You basically, if you want a non-KYC exchange, highly recommend Bitunix. But basically, I saw signs of Elliott Wave about to pop, and I got in around Doge around 18.9 cents or something. Rode that out to about 28 cents. Took a lot of profits along the way. With leverage, you know, a lot of money could turn, or a little bit of money could turn a lot, because, you know, you just 10 times leverage, you put in 3 grand, that's a 30 grand position, whatever the case is. It is kind of risky, but, you know, if you know charts and you know how to like kind of read shit, it can be really good and you catch a good wave. So yeah, yesterday though, I had like a risk-free bag in that got obliterated, but that's why you got to use stop losses. You got to make sure you don't lose your whole roll, but if you know, proper risk management, it can do pretty well. So yeah, Doge was good, XRP was good, but not as good as Barn, baby.
Yes, sir. Barn's cooking.
The Simpsons.
Yeah. Barn was a great call. Yeah, we need to get into that. We got a couple calls on Pulsion we need to talk about. We need to talk about Yeek. Shout out to the Yeek army. Absolutely love it. I guess at this point, I'm your fucking supreme commander, and I'm down with that. I'm down for the cause.
Dude, you are fucking like, literally, your hits are like, I don't know what the fuck. Are you like, are you the market maker? Are you part of the cabal?
Yeah, bro. I sold my soul to them. I sold my soul and I said, you know what?
It.
Give me clothing dye and I'll send this shit.
Are you Chris Rothschild? Are you Chris Rothschild? I knew it.
I'm a long yo, listen, I'm a lost song of the Rothschilds bloodline. So just is what it is. I was beefing with the Romanovs and we took care of them.
Oh.
So that's my people.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, man. But long story short, guys, Bill's got a couple good clips. I got a few good clips. Like, this is altcoin season. Right now, you're seeing as altcoin season. It's just people haven't woken up from the matrix yet. And by the time most of them wake up, that's when it usually ends. So take advantage of the situation. Understand this is the number one altcoin show. Guys, do me a favor. Follow me. Share this live stream out. And also follow my boy, Bill, at Late Night on Base so we can get the message out, my man. So, Bill, where do you want to start? We got ETH we got to talk about a little bit about base, and then we got pulse chain. So we got 3 major ecosystems. Which ecosystem do you think we should go with?
Let's go with the king chain at the moment, regardless of whatever it is. It's ETH, baby. We got to go ETH. It's the one that's going to get the most amount of attention. You know, even base, I love pulse chain. You still got to bridge out to them. Let's talk ETH. Let's go mainnet, because ETH runs this shit.
All right, cool. So our first play we're going to talk about, and we can call this in the next layer trading calls that I believe it was like a 250K market cap. I need to double check, but it was sub 300K. I'm 90% sure. This one's called Crypto Barn. And without going way too deep in this, there was a Simpsons episode where they had this barn. Hold on, let's see if it'll pop up. See if so basically on the side of a barn, it said something about Bitcoin. Let's see if it'll pop up somewhere. But long story short, it had like the BTC symbols on the side of a barn. It was in a Simpsons episode back in, I believe it was 2007. And then next thing you know, you had Bitcoin pop up, and everybody's freaking together. So right when I saw this, I said, you know what? I think this thing's gonna click hard. I'm gonna look up this phone. Okay. Crypto ball. They predicted smartwatches 1995, and then they predicted crypto 1997. The crypto barn from Simpsons. So right when I saw that, I said, you know what, Bill? I think this thing's worth a clip. So drew out the chart right here. And one thing that I learned from you, this was like the biggest Bill TA teaching lesson. When you get these deviations right here, and they come back up and they break that trend line, this thing's going to pop. This happened with Yi, this happened with Barn, and this also happened with Wooly. So those are 4 examples of this pattern playing out. So we came in, popped up. Right now, where Barn's sitting is we're just testing all-time highs. So this is the level.
This is exactly what I told people last week's show. What did I say last week's show, Chris? I said the exact same thing. We drew the trend line. I said specifically, hey, listen, just judging by this right now, this is not a bullish chart. However, if it breaks back above this parallel trend line, it is called a deviation, and it is going to move hard. Ta-da! Look what just happened. It's the same exact thing. That means it was a shakeout. The market maker manipulated you out. The way to enter these trades would be, if you want to be safe and you don't know if it's going to fake out, put a buy order right above the trend line, because then you know you're going to catch the momentum. As you said, it happened with all of them, and the same thing actually happened to the downside too. I could show you guys a chart later, but like yesterday, Doge did the same thing, but it went to the downside. So it broke out of this like really solid triangle pattern, and it was going to run, and then it immediately broke down below that triangle. I knew at that time, well, I didn't know because I still lost, but I knew at the time that's trouble, and lo and behold, it made a huge move down. So deviations are strong, whether to the downside or the upside. You see a deviation, go the opposite way if it fakes out.
Yes, absolutely love it. And, you know, like I said, that's something I learned from Bill. Bill has been really pressing on this live stream specifically. And if you just apply that strategy, you'll do really well in these meme coins, because when it comes to TA and meme coins, there's only so many patterns you can look at, so many tools that you can use for when these things tend to pop. But because they have such low liquidity, these trend lines, targeting the deviations and seeing this pop out is the easiest pattern to trade. And right now it's sitting at a $1.3 million market cap, and we are in the first 3 days of a breakout. So this thing could easily go for another 4 days based off the law of meme coins. So the real question right now, can we break out past all-time highs, test the breakout, and then W on out? That's the big question right now, and that's what's holding back Barn. But if that happens, guys, I'm telling you right now, this thing's going to teleport to $10 million market cap on the conservative side.
But I think now buying in now at this level without any clear break is not a wise idea. Look at those wicks to the upside. It's getting rejected. The difference is between Yi, when you saw the Yi chart pattern, it was already forming a parallel 45-degree channel. So that deviation broke above that channel. Then you know you have the new support. Here, you're just testing all-time high. I highly would advise those that are not in to wait, man, because this is no man's land. You could either get fucking crushed back down, but the time to buy was with that deviation or right above the break-in.
Yeah, definitely do agree. And I do. Well, and the other thing I will point out is I do see a magnet here at 0.00086. So that's something also to take in consideration. But yeah, man, like I said, Barn looks really good, getting adoption, and we'll keep tracking for you guys if we get any new developments. So good stuff. Oh, look at this! Look at this guy! Yo, Goo God, farm animals. He's like, farm animals will set us free. I love it, man. I gotta cook.
Whatever
for
happened?
you.
By the way, what happened with Did I read that he got kicked out of the Woolly chat?
Yeah, so he showed Moa, which is like the bird that they're trying to bring back. And here's the alpha behind that. They're trying to bring back Moa the bird before they bring back the mammoth. So he was really shilling that hard, and then they gave him the boot, man. And so it just turned into a beef. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
That's a shame too, man.
Yeah, no, dude, Goo God's like the hardest shiller I've ever met. When it comes to meme coins, you want Goo God on your team. You do not want him against you. That's like a terrible
no joke.
idea.
I once I saw that, I actually sold out of Woolly. I mean, I took a lot of profits, but like I had a moon bag. I was like, I ain't about that, and I sold my Woolly, so I have no Woolly anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I will say I do like Moa. It's sitting at a sub 70K market cap, so that's like either you believe in it or you don't type of scenario. But yeah, man, I still think the narrative's great. It's just it hasn't gotten the attention yet, so we'll see what happens. All right, Goo. He said he's got a bag. Barnes is holding the pump. That means hold your bags, yes, sir. And Goo's got a cook. So hey, guys, if Goo releases a cook, man, I would pay special attention. All right. He's got a bunch of cooks. I'm not sure which one he's talking about. So, it might be a cat. We'll see. We'll see what he pops up. So, just talking about Yi. We're gonna see if we got any new developments. Shout out to the Yi Army because they're absolutely raiding this live stream right now. So I got to show the love, bring up the chart, talk about what's going on, and like I said, we talk about chart almost every single day. Sometimes you don't get new developments. And based off of this, we went into detail on this last Thursday, and the same rules apply. We are definitely respecting this trend line. We are in a massive consolidation phase where we are technically in no man's land right now. So this is the part where you either believe in it and you hold, or you just wait until you see a confirmation of the next big move and you start buying in. Just to reiterate some stuff that Bill told us last live stream. One thing he was talking about is that you get up to the 0.008623 level. That'll be a great place to buy because that tells you that the chart's about to go. If we come down to this trend line and we touch it, that's going to be that crisis mode. So if we break down from that trend line, that's going to make you bearish. So those are the two levels that I would pay special attention to. As of right now, trading sideways, good consolidation, build a bull. Any thoughts on Yi?
Dude, my TA is on point these days.
Yes, sir.
God, I gotta give myself some credit, dude. Yeah, I mean, listen, what happened to bounce off that trend line? That there's really just two areas to see: the trend line and above those wicks above where you were pointing out. That's it. Everything else is just noise. Hopefully, it goes above that trend line. I mean, above the top realm of like 9 million because I want to see the next leg. But yeah, until something clears, it's just ranging. But hopefully it does not clear below that trend line. That would be very, very bad. But it could be a deviation, like we know, all that stuff. But yeah, just wait and see. Yi Army, let's go.
Yes, sir. And the other thing I just want to add, this is actually bullish to see that the price is holding and it's just flatlining out and it's showing these accumulation levels. I really like to see that because what that tells me is people are believing in this project. And now that we got altcoin season here, and we're about to see that crazy pump, and I personally believe that this is going to be a great target. So based on the chart overall, I think it's still bullish. That's just my own opinion. So, all right, cool. So got through Yi, talk about Barn. I guess we got let's talk about Zora before we give him the best part. Dang, Bill,
Okay.
you sick, man?
Yeah, man, I got like a stuffy nose. This fucking sucks.
Yeah, bro. Dude, when I came back from Alaska, I don't know what I got. I caught like a plague or something. I don't know what it was, but I was out for the count, man. I was sitting there in my bed, degenning on my phone, drinking clothing dye and stuff. It just is what it is. So, all right.
All right, so yeah, let's look at this. This is incredible to see.
Yeah, no, this is
And
crazy.
no, and
Go ahead.
no, I did not get a bag of this, by the way. I wish I did.
Yeah, because I remember when this came out, a lot of people were upset with Jesse about Zora because they had VXV and then this came out, and then there's a lot of concerns that this was like going to be a massive VC pump and dump. But Jesse was shilling this thing hard because of the I guess the social media component behind it. But long story short, came out and we just went through a flatline correction. It created this nice, beautiful rounded bottom. And then on July 20th, this thing just decided to start full sending. And it basically went from like a $20 million market cap to wherever it's at right now. I think it's like 140. It did a crazy 3x. So I think overall, I wouldn't buy this. This isn't me shilling Zora, but I got a guy named the Mo. He loves launching tokens on this, and it's a really great social media platform. And I think it'd be really great if you're interested in getting into the on-chain economy on Base. So to use it, I think it's going to be one of those great tools you have in your back pocket. So I'm curious to get Buildable, who is really big on the Base chain, knows the inside scoop on all this stuff. What's your opinion about Zora, and what does this mean for the Base chain?
Yeah, so two things. Number one, the Mo, we should get him on sometime, like maybe next week. I didn't realize he launches coins on Zora, but it'd be good to get his perspective. And he's a super cool guy, so maybe let's extend the invite to him.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, as far as Zora goes, okay, so let's break this down for you because it's not surprising to me to see this chart this way. Hindsight's 2020. So when it initially launched, I did not understand it. I thought it was so stupid. I thought Jesse was just not was missing the boat. I think he was being obnoxiously shilling this VC back thing for his friends. That's how I thought. I thought, why do we need a token for a coin, a token for a post? Why do we need to have more coins out there? This is so dumb. People are making $1, like so dumb, right? Everything changed. My opinions on everything changed. Actually, the day of the base event, when I got invited to speak and I saw Gary Vee there, and he was basically saying we're now ushering into a whole new economy, which is the tipping economy.
Right.
Everything that you're posting, like no longer is it going to be where Web2 monetizes your content, because people are like, oh, in Web2 you can get brand deals. Very few people get a brand deal on Spotify, on YouTube, Instagram. Very few people. The majority are just giving out their content to let them, the platforms, make money. So Gary Vee was just like, and Gary Vee, if people don't understand, he's been early to everything. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Like this man's been a social media genius since the mid 90s. So listening to him, he's like, he thinks Coinbase is going to be the one because they have all the, but if it's not Coinbase, someone else will, to basically incentivize people to get paid for their posts. Enter Zora. So Base is really pushing all this stuff. So Zora is being able to allow, people to post their stuff as a coin. So you can't think of it now as, hey, what traders are going to be buying and selling this stupid coin with no community? You have to shift your thinking into, this is not to be traded, really. Yes, there are going to be speculators, but this is more along the lines of a tip, the tipping economy. So there's something for everyone. There's maybe collectors, there's maybe speculators, but there's also people who generally don't give a fuck about the token, but just want to tip. And that, to me, changed my mind to be like, okay, if I make something, even if I make $1 or $2, like that's $1 or $2 more than I'd ever make on Instagram, and there might be a chance it goes viral and I make thousands. There's value there. So now on the base app, people are like just like making like 20-30 bucks. Some people just on their posts, like you have the options to coin your post, and it's going, I guess, through the Zora infrastructure. I don't know how that works. So to me, I see an appeal. I personally think, though, the way to do the tipping economy is through an actual tip, like donate through tipping, like, hey, I know what it is. But because they're doubling, tripling down, Zora is going to cement itself as like that layer where like artists, it's basically the Instagram of like tipping, right?
Right.
So Zora's not going anywhere. I would never in a million years buy this chart, but it does seem like anything that base is going to be touching and pushing has value.
Yeah, I definitely do agree. You know, what's interesting with Zora is when you launch those new post / tokens or whatever, they put it back. They have the liquidity with the Zora token, and I'll show you an example. And like I said, guys, this isn't me shilling a project. I'm not shilling this project. I'm just giving you guys an example. But there's one that was launched called Base JP Morgan Dollar, and the main liquidity was with Zora. And what this did was it caused like the chart to go parabolic through like Hart's law, just like that. So I think what I'm trying to get across is, you know, you're going to have a lot of projects like this behind the Zora token. And if the Zora token continues to run, then you're going to see a lot of these tokens do well as well. And I think that's what they have in mind with this new creator, well, the tokenomics behind it. So just wanted to add that as well. So, but like
yeah,
I said,
I actually didn't realize that they are paired now, so it's a new liquidity paired. I think Jesse was saying that privately, like now your coins are now paired to the actual Zora token, which will create the flywheel. So basically, what we should do is try to figure out the next cook that's paired to the Zora token that can benefit from Zora's pump.
yeah, that's the play. There's going to be one Zora token that goes to millions. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So just want to throw that out there. And then also, shout out to Rocket 02. Moa is inevitable. I agree. I love Moa. Goo God throwing out some little hints, throwing out some tea with the cat. And then click over Zora. Yeah, that's one thing I will say. So the Zora version on Ethereum is going to be Click, and Click is actually coming out with like a really good platform that's going to be a competitor. So Bill, what I'm seeing is you got the Pump Fund on Solana, you got Zora on Base, and you got Click on Ethereum, and you got these three major platforms going at each other during altcoin season. So
what's Click? What's their market cap?
they haven't launched their token yet. They're doing basically they're going to be doing an airdrop to everybody who launches tokens on their app, and you get like rewards and stuff. And based off of that, you get an airdrop. And what Click has is like they have like creator, they share the fees with creators, and they take a portion of the fees and burn your token. So yeah, that's the big difference. So all right, cool. Well, awesome. We dove into what's going on Base. Now, Bill, we gotta go to Pulse Chain, man. We gotta take it back, baby.
You had a cook yesterday that I faded.
Yeah. So we gotta talk about this new project ecosystem. It's called Pulsium. Now, I'm gonna bring up the website and just explain this briefly. And once you understand this like little liquidity web ecosystem, then you understand why the charts are doing extremely well. So Pulsium basically has 4 tokens. Wait, let me think. Yeah. So there's 4 main tokens. There's the PSM token, the BLTZ token, and the Hexa token. And then the fourth one is the IRS token. Now, the PSM, all these tokens have a similar tax structure. It's a 3.5% rewards token, and the rewards for each of these, so PSM is going to be Wrap Pulse, BLTZ is Pulse X, Hexa is going to be Hex, and then the IRS token is going to be the Ink token. Then there's a 1% burn on liquidity, so there's an auto LP that adds it to the liquidity pool, and there's a 0.5% burn the token. So they're basically all the same token. It just depends on which one you want a reflection in. Is it going to be Wrap Pulse, Pulse X, or Hex? And so how they design this is not only can you earn reflection in these tokens, but you can add liquidity on their website where you can still earn the reflection, but also you can earn payouts in the IRS token, adding liquidity. So the IRS token has a small inflation on it where they have a bunch of the tokens set back, and they slowly push out the tokens through this yield farm as a way to build solid liquidity between all 4 of these tokens. Bill, that was a lot of information. Did you get it all? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like more gamified Ponzi-nomics at play, which is awesome because you can only find this really on on Pulse.
Yeah. Yeah. So long story short, it has the Ponzi-nomics. It has a really cool ecosystem. And how they design is that in order to get the IRS token, you add liquidity to all these tokens. So for example, BLTC to Pulse X, and then you can also add liquidity from the BLTZ token to the IRS token. So based off of that, if you come over here, you got all 4 of those tokens. The main one that I like the most, bro, is Hexa. And the reason why I like Hexa is because, Bill, you know what, man? I might need to be a Hex Maxi. I can't believe I'm saying it, bro. I might need to go move into my parents' basement. I need to grow a neck beard. I might need to be a Hex Maxi because Hexa is going to make Hex Maxis. You see what I'm saying?
I feel you. What is the market cap right now?
Sitting at about 318K market cap. We call this in the next layer at a 60K market cap.
Yeah, dude, I respect, man. Like I totally saw that. Everyone had the opportunity. I haven't, like I've told you, I haven't touched Pulse Chain at all. I'm sitting on my WBTC bags. By the way, my PWBTC is fucking mooning. Let's go. Wake me up at 5 to 10K, but it almost hit $1,000.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, PWBTC, that's gonna flip the actual BTC. I'm telling you right now.
I'm telling you, if it gets anywhere close, this chain just goes absolutely bonkers. Like people will be sitting on fortunes, and like they're gonna like this chain will go fucking nuts, and it doesn't have like the total FUD like PDI has. So I really hope they somehow get this close to that level. You know how fun Pulse will be once that gets to those levels?
Dude, it'll be magical. It'll be magical. The amount of fuckery we can talk about. We can talk about like P-Link flipping E-Link. We could talk about like all sorts of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
If that happens, I'm going to be glued to all your Pulse Chain calls, and I will literally just fucking focus on that. I'll still be around base, but like I will be in the trenches. I will be in the shitcoin Pulse trenches. I will be like, yo, bro, boom, 60K call, let's go.
It would get stupid. Nah, man, that's crazy. But yeah, I agree, man. I mean, it's just one of those ecosystems just waiting to blow up, man. And but long story short, I just want to get this across. Chart looks good. We're still sitting at about a 320K market cap. So anything sub 500K, in my opinion, it's going to be a play, and that's with almost any meme coin or any type of Ponzi fuckery that we get into. So Hexa looks good. I mean, check this out, bro. PSM, Pulsium. This is like the Pulse Chain one. It had a massive explosion in the beginning. I think it got up to like, what was the market cap? It got up to 400K market cap in the beginning. We flip back to price. I expanded out a little bit. Came down, bottomed out, came back. Now we're starting to get a retest of the all-time highs. Chart looks great as well on top of Hexa. I'm going to go here to the BLTZ. I'm going to call this a Blitz token. I'm pretty sure that's not how you pronounce it, but I'll call it the Blitz token. So Jake will get the Blitz token. Blitz token came up, exploded, breaking out. This one's sitting at like a 200K market cap. Looks good. And dude, and Bill, even on top of that, the IRS token, which I didn't really want to touch because you got a yield farm. Most of the tokens are locked up, and then it's going to be capped after a certain time. The IRS token sitting at a $2.9 million market cap, and it's in price discovery. So all of these coins are blowing up. I'm not saying buy every single one, but just pick your favorite one and then just back up the truck. I chose Hexa because I might need to grow neck beard. I might need to be a Hex Maxi. It is what it is. So
who are do you know who the developers are of these?
The guys behind PRS. You remember PRS back in the day?
Wasn't that what's his name?
Zach shielded hard.
Zach, yeah, Zach. Wasn't Zach the dev of PRS?
No, he was like the community marketing guy. So he wasn't like part of the team. He just shielded hard, and the shit went to 8 million, dude. But it died because it didn't have that auto LP because the liquidity pool got exhausted. So
interesting.
They came back with this ecosystem and they designed it so that it builds liquidity between all these tokens together. Because keep in
So
mind,
basically, this is a better version of PRS. Then.
yeah, absolutely. And like you look right here at the Hexa and Hex pool, it says it's 78,000. So if this were to like dump down, this liquidity pool will still get thicker and thicker and thicker and get more hex into it. So it, in my opinion, it's going to survive the rest of the market, if that makes sense. So
Interesting. That makes it a little bit more bullish for me because I did like the PRS team and like they obviously have shown success. So knowing that these people are, maybe I'll buy. I'm not gonna buy Hexa at this park, but the other one that hasn't broken out, maybe I'll buy that one.
PSM.
Yeah. What is that one supposed to be again?
This one's the pulse reflection.
I mean, just looking at that, it looks pretty good chart wise.
Yeah, this I like. Yeah, this one would definitely definitely move. I'm not fighting IRS. If I'm saying if you guys want to get into IRS, I would just go yield farm for it on the page right here. I'd just go here and get it and just like try to get it through that. But yeah, man, I think yeah. So yeah, man, like I said, I shilled Hexa. It was at 60K market cap at the time. PSM was 80K. And then also at that same time, the Blitz token was at a 40K market cap. And then IRS was sitting just below a $1 million market cap. So all really good calls. I want to see you guys get paid. It is what it is. So
good shit, man.
Yeah, man. So cool. Well, those are like the main plays that we got rocking and rolling. Yeah, man. Is there anything else you've been looking at, dude?
No, like I said, man, the last week or so, I've been just focusing on my Doge and my XRP long that did very well. So that's why I kind of like, sometimes in the market, it's different sectors get people's attention. So for me, I was all about it. But now since it seems like the majors plus the blood moon, or not the blood moon, the what is it? The full moon just happened, and what a surprise, Chris! The full moon happens tomorrow, and the market takes a dump. At least these other majors. Surprise, surprise. So I think since it's going to take a little bit of time for those to reclaim, I'll be in the trenches, bruv.
Yeah, man. I was talking to Goo about this, and we're like, yeah, man. Tomorrow, and I would probably say in the couple days after that, that's the best time to start getting in and buying in the trenches. Like, there are so many cooks right now that I'm looking at, and I got water coming down my mouth, man. Like, I'm ready, dude. This is the time to do it. And it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. So cool. How about this? Let's take a look at the other thing I want to go through with you. Just take a quick look at BTC dominance. I want to get your reaction to this.
Okay.
Yeah, so while I pull up the chart, if you guys got a favorite coin that you think is awesome, show it to us. If it's trash, we will tell you it's ass. If it's a gem, we will definitely tell you we might be getting in. It is what it is. So, bring us that what's it called? Bring us like the starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be shilling us like trash on this live stream. We want the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
is that Bitcoin dominance?
Yes.
Oh yeah, this thing's gonna fall off a cliff. It just got supported again by that EMA. It's probably gonna retest and then boom.
Yeah. So here's what I'm seeing. We have a ascending wedge, and it started getting outside the ascending wedge as we started coming up, and then we topped out at about 66%, came back down, and then we hit the 50 weekly simple moving average, touched it, broke up, doing a retest. So, in your opinion, Bill, do you think we're gonna come back up a little bit higher and maybe try to retest that breakdown, or do you see us coming to the top of this wedge, touching it, and then breaking down? Which of the two options do you think? Second one.
The second option. I think that's where you have the full on alt season. I think that because you have to understand too, it's the second time it's touched that EMA. The more time it touches, the less powerful the bounce. I truly believe the second time is going to be the weakest, and then it's going to hit that, and then you have full blown alt season in August, and then you have blood moon happening, and then we'll see what happens at that time. But That's what I envision. I think alts need a moon. I do think so. I do think though, like you have to be prepared for both scenarios. That's what I would think is going to happen. Of course, I can be completely wrong. But the moment it breaks down, if it does break down, then you need to just be all in your favorite alts and just ride that shit for like a month.
Yep, I agree.
Which one do you think? Which one do you think is the most plausible?
Second one, the one you just said.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that you definitely want to be riding. And then you want to pay special attention until September 8th. You want to guess what September 8th is?
Yeah, Blood Moon?
Blood Moon, baby. So, if this thing starts breaking down, and as we get closer to the Blood Moon, and you got some gains, I would de-risk out of the market, bro. I would de-risk a little bit. And
dude, you have to. You have to. Don't play around. These moon cycles are crazy. Just I'm telling you, I've never seen it where a blood moon is actually bullish for crypto. I've yet to seen it. Maybe not as intense, but like show me one iteration where a blood moon's like, oh, actually this is great. Market to the moon. Like, no. No. I just hope we have it. You lock in gains, and then you can rebuy back in like a month later for the final hurrah, I believe. The final hurrah. I think there's 2 more runs, and one's coming up, and then one's like sometime late December. That's it.
Yep. I definitely do agree. I think that Blood Moon, you're gonna see the market get hit, and then it'll definitely come back because what I really do believe in this next Blood Moon, we came very closer to the last one. I know most people didn't remember with like the wars and shit going on, but in this one, if we get something crazy and you get that interest rate pivot, market crashes down, comes back, goes crazy, and then we go right into the year of the horse. And keep in mind, year of the horse starts on February 18th of 2026. And Bill, check this out. There's another blood moon in March. Two weeks after the year of the horse starts. So even if we got this like blood moon correction and we still got alts running, I guarantee it. I would bet a lot of money that by March of 2026, when that blood moon hits, the crypto thing's over and you guys got to take a year off. I think that is the final.
I will be out for sure by January. I'm not even going to risk February. I'm going to be out by January. I don't even care if I'm wrong. I honestly know how this market goes, and I will be looking for short opportunities. I hope the market pumps all throughout February. I doubt it, because then it's going to catch people off sides when the market hits. Like, it's a horse year with a blood moon. Like, I will be ready to short the shit out of the market, and I know I'm not the only person. I'm just hoping though that we have these final pumps, the euphoria, so then when people are so happy, you start selling, and that's 100% how I'm going to play it. And yeah, man, I'll just be listening to people losing money in the trenches because I won't be a part of it.
Yeah. When that happens, I'm gonna short the shit out of XRP, and then I'm gonna talk about it on Twitter. That's the point.
You should.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and do one more chart, and then we'll wrap it up and just do this quick one.
Let's go. Yeah.
So the big one, I just want to point out that me and Bill have been talking about this for months, and I just want to do a quick update, but the ETH BTC chart has officially bottomed out, broke out, and we're coming back into this massive Elliott wave triangle that's been going on since Bitcoin launch. So the main point I just want to get across, when you guys look at this trading pair, the reason why this is pumping up is what it's telling you is there's a thick liquidity between ETH and BTC. And a lot of these BTC whales are converting over to ETH to get ready for altcoin season. So what they're telling you right now, based off that chart, is the whales are getting ready to play in the trenches with us. That's why this thing is so bullish when you see this thing curl up. Everybody's got their own explanation and yada, yada, yada. No, the real reason is you got whales going in to speculate on smaller market cap altcoins. So based off of this, if you need one indicator that altcoin season started, you look at the ETH BTC chart. Fuck all the other charts. Well, Bitcoin Diamonds is important, so not that chart, but all the other ones, fuck all the other ones. This is the main one that'll give you the go-ahead to get into altcoins. Build the Bull. Any thoughts on ETH BTC?
Yeah, I mean, that's the indicator, man. ETH is going against BTC and moving upwards. That's the sign that everything's about to go. So I like to now then use alts versus ETH at this point because it's starting to be strong. So that's why if you look at a lot of these strong alts versus their ETH pairing, it's ready to pop even more. So you do have alt season coming. Real quick, I see Goose saying, I hate to be that guy. He said the same thing last year in January. He said, I'm not fucking leaving. It's actually funny in that sense. I did say that, but I also was very cautious, right? Because of the first blood moon. And I was always saying to you, there has to be a huge euphoria. November timeframe, there was euphoria, but there was nothing that headed till March. So I was just like, all right, well, the market's not going to be done without a euphoric stage. I just don't see that. I should have sold some, but I didn't. So I was like, all right, I don't get it. But this year is different though, because it's a horse year. And it's the March, the third blood moon in that horse year, which has a war narrative. The fact that Bitcoin is the enemy year, even if it doesn't pump, I mean, I just don't see a scenario where things are gonna go. So I mean, I stand by that statement. I will be done in January. Like I'm not gonna stay around. If it doesn't pump, it doesn't pump. I'll sit on stables, but I don't want to fuck with the blood moon in a horse year out of all years. It just seems to me disaster impending. And all it takes is U.S. goes to war in Iran. All right, see ya.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the other thing I will say with that prediction, we did see the market get hit hard on that blood moon though. Like some shit really popped off and like people were screaming. So
Yeah.
like with that blood moon prediction, we did see the market get hit. So definitely. All right, so Goo God's like, y'all want alpha? Y'all want cook? All right, Goo. Well, hey, let us know the alpha. Let us know the cook because we're about to wrap up, man. So, Bill, can you chart PDI?
I don't have Abdullah. I don't have my charting tools with me because I'm on the phone. Maybe Chris can though.
Yeah, we'll chart PDI real quick. I can bring up. All right, let's see if it pops up on my first try because I haven't saved it on my watch list. Let's do this. What I like to do is I'll come over here to Atropa, and then it'll pop up the pair, and then I'll come down here and grab the PDI contract.
Guga, can you at least tell us what chain it's going to be on so we can be prepared?
What we got? Good. Pay attention to Goose clues in the next layer train call. It's very close for the next 24 hours. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If I had to take a guess, I would probably say it's probably going to be either Ethereum or Base. Because
ETH. He said ETH. Okay, good. I do want a good cook on ETH. I'm ready, bro.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. And feel free to hit your boy up, at 20K market cap. I'm down with that too. You know what I'm saying? I'll gladly take tips early on. Gladly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So taking a look at DAI on a micro time frame, I do see a trend line forming. We had a massive deviation pop up, came back down, respecting the trend line. So on the micro time frame, it looks really good. Other thing that pops out to me, we see a inverse head and shoulders. So we got shoulder, and we got a head. So basically, right now, that tells me that PDI bottomed out. It's respecting this trend line and it's just doing its thing. So seems like it's looking pretty good. And I'm still surprised that this thing's still alive. You know what I'm saying? So Bill, any thoughts on PDI?
No, I mean, like I said, I chose to put more time and effort into PWBTC just because of the lack of FUD. Sami loves PDI. I still own a couple million of PDI, so I hope it does well. But I don't know. I can't really tell a lot by that chart. The chart's kind of shaky to me. It's vertical up. That red candle isn't that pretty to me. It doesn't just seem like that great a bullish momentum, but of course that could change on a dime. And it must be the PWBTC PDI ratio must be like substantially different now that PWBTC is running. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not too bullish until it starts clearing a cent. once it starts clearing a cent and holding that support, then we can talk.
Yeah, so you're saying like right about here. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah,
Right
even though technically that may look like a massive head and shoulders, like that would be like anything in this region just doesn't make any sense to me at all. It's no man's land.
Well, the chart looks kind of artificial too. So this is probably one of the weirdest looking charts I've ever seen in my life. So it is what it is. All right, guys. Well, I think that's all we got for today. Buildable, any final thoughts or comments from this awesome live stream?
No, man, I think the trenches are heating up. I think it's exciting time. I think up until the end of this month and August is where everything shines. If things don't pump or continue to, then I'd be concerned for the blood moon September. But hey, just lock in, see what happens. And I think there's gonna be some discounts the next couple days, and I think it's off to the races.
Yes, sir. Good stuff, man. And just want to give a quick shout out to my boy Blockhead. Like the smash button. Shout out to you, my homie. Putting that work. Great dev. One of my really good friends. Always good guy. And then also pay attention to Goose Clue if you want to cook. This I have a feeling this is going to be a DJing cook. So I know you guys like that sub 100K market cap, sub 200, 400K. That's where you find it. You find the next layer trading calls. You find it in Goose Clues. That's where you want to be. And if you like meme coins, you're slightly autistic, follow me at theverse369. Share this live stream out, and we will see you guys the next one. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Cosmic tides and chaos rise. Numerology where blood moon lies. The verse steps out, a dragon's might. Zodiac hums, we fit with pure light.
Crypto storm in a teacup. Feel the surge in your kneecaps. The verse inspires, let markets merge.